Assalamu alaikum. In today's video, we will see the Algerian sites recognized by the UNESCO organization as World Heritage Sites. We will browse through the sites one by one and check out some details on each one of them on the UNESCO website itself. We start by bringing up the UNESCO website, unesco.org. UNESCO has several missions and duties, and thus different websites and many web pages for these missions and projects. To see the World Heritage Sites, we need to find the UNESCO World Heritage website. For this, we click Quick Links on the top left side of the menu bar, then we click All UNESCO Websites, and we search World Heritage. The World Heritage Convention, WHC, shows up. We click on it to access the WHC website. Now we're on the World Heritage Convention site. I noticed something interesting on this page. Every time you access this page, it displays a picture on one of the World Heritage Sites in the world. You can also see a different picture every time you click on the WHC icon on the top left side. Back to the Algerian sites now. The button, the list, gives us the list of sites per country. We click on it and we land on this page. It contains a list of the World Heritage Sites and it's ordered by country. The legend area on the right side shows us the icon used for cultural, natural, and mixed sites, and also the icons used for World Heritage Sites that are experiencing serious threats like wars, armed conflicts, earthquakes, pollution, and so on. We scroll down to see the sites in Algeria. There are 7 recognized World Heritage Sites: the Fort of Beni Hammad, Jamila, the Mizab Valley, Tassili, Timgad, Tipaza, and the Kasbah of Algiers. To know the locations of these sites in Algeria, we click on Algeria, we scroll down to the map, and we pick 3D to see the locations on the map. If we click on any location, we can see the site name and the number of features or subsites within the site. Let's go through all of them one by one, starting from the bottom up. Tassili, Mizab Valley. It has 19 features or subsites within the site. We can browse through them one by one and check out their names, like Mosque Ukhaira, Mosque Sidi Ibrahim, Qasr al-Attouf, and so on. Timgad, Jamila, more towards the east, the Fort of Beni Hammad on the southeast from Algiers, the Kasbah of Algiers in the north, and finally Tipaza, which has 3 features, the Royal Mausoleum, and the eastern and western archaeological sites. Now, we will go through the sites one by one. I will open the Fort Beni Hammad page in a different tab, so I can come back to the first tab to browse to the other links. The page contains a multitude of information about the site. The description tab gives an overview of Beni Hammad Fort. It's located in the wilaya or province of Msila. It was the first capital of the Hammadid dynasty. It was built as a fortified Muslim city in 1007. This tab also contains many details in multiple languages. Some more information can also be found on the left side of the page. The date of inscription, which is the date when the site was accepted to be a heritage site. The fort became a World Heritage Site in 1980. The criteria gives us clues on what are the conditions for which it is accepted as a World Heritage Site. Criteria number 3 was used for the fort. Let's check what the third criteria is by clicking on it. Here, we see that the site was recognized by the UNESCO because of a unique or an exceptional testimony that the site represented a cultural tradition and a disappeared civilization. The fort was established on an area of 150 hectares. The location of the site in Algeria is in Ma'adid, in the wilaya of Msila. The GPS coordinates are also given. The Maps tab gives an overview of the location of the site in Algeria. The Video tab contains videos of the site, and the Gallery tab contains pictures from the site. The second site is Jamila. It's a Roman town situated 900 meters above sea level in the Stif area. It was considered a World Heritage Site in 1982. The property area of the site is 30.6 hectares. It was accepted based on criteria 3 and 4. We already saw the third criteria above. The fourth criteria is to be an outstanding example of a type of building, architectural, or technological ensemble or landscape which illustrates a significant stage or stages in human history. The third site is the Kasbah of Algiers. It's a unique kind of Medina or Islamic city. It stands on the Mediterranean Sea. We can still see in the Kasbah remains of the citadel, old mosques, and Ottoman-style palaces. The property area is 54.7 hectares, and it was accepted in 1992 using criteria 2 and 5. Criteria 2 is to exhibit an important interchange of human values over a span of time or within a cultural area of the world on developments in architectural or technology, monumental arts, town planning, or landscape design. Criteria 5 is to be an outstanding example of a traditional human settlement, land use, or sea use, which is representative of a culture or cultures or human interaction with the environment, especially when it has become vulnerable under the impact of irreversible change. The fourth site is the Mizab Valley. The valley is located in the northern Sahara, in the locality of Ghardaya. It holds 5 traditional fortified villages called Qusur. The buildings that have been preserved intact are perfectly adapted to their environment using traditional techniques. The valley area is 665.03 hectares and was categorized as World Heritage in 1982 by criteria 2, 3, and 5, which we already saw for the previous sites. The fifth site is Timgad. It's a typical Roman town. It's located on the north of the Ores Mountains in the locality of Betna. It was built as a military colony by Trajan in 100 AD. Timgad lays on a 90-hectare area. It was categorized in 1982 based on criteria 2, 3, and 4. The sixth site is Tipaza. It's the capital of the Tipaza province, Algeria. It was an ancient Punic trading post conquered by the Romans and turned into a strategic base for the conquest of the kingdoms of Mauritania. Tipaza is chiefly remarkable for its ancient ruins, royal mausoleum, and sandy littoral. The area of the site is 52.16 hectares. It was categorized in 1982 on criteria 3 and 4, which we already saw. The seventh and the last site is Tassili. It's located in both localities of Tamanrasset and Ilizi in the Sahara Desert in a strange lunar landscape of great geological interest. This site has one of the most important groupings of prehistoric cave art in the world. More than 15,000 drawings and engravings record the climate changes, the animal migrations, and the evolution of human life on the edge of the Sahara from 6000 BC to the first centuries of the present era. The geological formations are of outstanding scenic interest with eroded sandstones. The area of the site is 7.2 million hectares. It was categorized as World Heritage in 1982 on criteria 1, 3, 7, and 8. Criteria 1 is to represent a masterpiece of human creative genius. Criteria 7 is to contain superlative natural phenomena or areas of exceptional natural beauty and aesthetic importance. And criteria 8 is to be an outstanding example representing major stages of Earth's history, including the record of life, significant ongoing geological processes in the development of landforms, or significant geomorphic or physiographic features. I hope this is an addition to your historic knowledge. And Assalamu alaikum.